Hey guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Hotel Dropouts. It has been a while, but we've made our comeback. Today we're joined by a special guest, Kevin. We could say hi.
Oh, hello, I'm Kevin.
But yeah, we have been on an extended hiatus. We had each of us had our own side quest, I guess, and we all had to tackle.
Puzzle, more like, man.
But man, I have been slaving over just making shit tons of animations. I've been recording myself. I got myself into trouble recording like these combat moves in the park. Like the police was called on me.
What?
Yeah, because some of the old like Asian grandmothers, all they do is they hang out by the balcony. They see me in the park just filming myself doing all these combat moves. I'm like swinging like a mop around because I'm trying to record like combat moves for like spear. And then they called the police on me. And then
Damn, they got nothing better to do.
Oh, God damn, what the fuck?
What did the police say?
The police had to take like apparently like, for him, like he wasn't even surprised. Like it was already standard procedure. And then he's a pretty young guy. It's like we had a long conversation about how boomers are just wasting the resources of policemen because they're just calling the police, they're calling the cops on the most innocuous and mundane things. I was gonna disagree with him, but then just today, my dad called the cops on. He called the police because there were these cars that were seemingly abandoned outside, like on the street where we live. And it's just such a boomer thing to do. Like, I think millennials wouldn't care. Like, when we get to that age, if anybody abandons a car, like it'll be there for I don't know 5 to 10 years before we realize it's abandoned.
Yeah, like for me, it has to be really abandoned.
But,
really abandoned.
Anyway,
And I just assume they're not using it, no?
Apparently, like it's stolen, and then kind of stolen or not, and then they just leave it here because parking anywhere else would cost them money. So it's actually from like a car dealership that acquired these cars illegally, and so these cars don't have plates on them, right? And then
Illegally.
every now and then, like not the sirens, but like the security system goes off, so it's like
The alarm.
the alarm is going off, and then it was just so noisy.
Okay, that's annoying.
But in the first rang of the alarm, I could see my father poised to call the police. Like they're so confident in it as well, like when we call for public services, at least for me, like I would stutter. I'd be like, oh, could you help me with this and that? Like I'll be very polite. But I noticed that my dad and my mum, when they call these people, they're just making demands. Like, come solve this at this street right now. Like, that's how they speak to these people. Because in their minds, the policemen, firemen,
you should service me.
Exactly, they're public servants, right? They take that literally. Whereas like stupid assholes like us, we're like, oh, we're being polite, we're being considerate. No, I think the hack for the world is just behave like a boomer.
I would presume your parents have vendetta against the neighbors, like past history. Secretly, I don't know, their dogs shitted on the lawn or something, and they're like, nah, that's it. They've crossed the line.
No, but that's the thing. Like, I feel like they move on from conflicts very fast. Like, I don't know if that's the case with your parents as well. Like, they could really get into a proper argument with the neighbors, but then the next day it's all forgiven. It's all they've moved on from that.
Oh,
is it assumed forgiveness or is it really forgiven?
I guess no. It's just that maybe fundamentally they didn't care. They were just they let loose. They were just mad. But yeah, anyway, that was me with the crazy times. How's it going with you guys?
Well, I can tell. I had a couple of problems with my previous projects and one ongoing one. I had to replace some parts, and actually one more project has to a mirror broke, which I need to replace, which I'm going to do on this week after today. But it's coming to an end. I'm happy about it. It's always not nice to fix things.
I'm still really mad about how you guys are just abandoning the countless OnlyFans opportunity for your line of work. Do you know how sexy it is for middle-aged like women that are abandoned by their husbands and they just want to see like a young handyman doing stuff, you know?
Yeah, Dan, you should oil yourself up, as we've been saying the whole time.
Right?
People will pay good money for that.
Yo. What am I missing out, dude? Am I missing out like on the golden
Business, Kevin.
opportunity
This
to
is
get rich
business,
quick,
all right?
dude?
Yeah, this is business. It's called business, all right?
Yeah, damn. I was thinking, just approaching all the widowed ladies and be like, hey, do you need your lawn mowing? And I
Do you
see
need
where it
your
goes from
pipes cleared?
It is true. Like
I'm quite good with my hands. You wink, a wink. My
my
cat
God.
doesn't scratch me at home when I scratch their neck. A wink, a wink.
He's gonna be called Handy Dan. That has such an easy
Why do
name
you
to make like these
Why
little
do you think they are called handyman? Huh?
Handy Dans. You know, like there was
Wink, wink.
there was
Handy Dan.
there's a news that came out today. Like apparently these wives of rich like filmmakers that live in Hollywood or somewhere. That apparently there's news came out that they all hired the same sex worker who posed as handymen, go to their houses,
What?
and they're secretly all just fucking. But I guess it's fine, right? Like, because they know their husbands in this business, like they're gonna cheat on them for sure, right? When you have so much money, you're surrounded by hot actors and actresses. Of course, like I wouldn't blame the wife for doing this.
That doesn't make it okay.
It
If you
doesn't.
ask me,
It does
anyway.
not.
Maybe I'm just old fashioned. I don't know.
That you are, yes. And
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But Dan, like with the recent Resident Evil game, there were a lot of like female gamers that are they're kind of like they're so attracted to hot Leon. This rugged look of Leon, and there were clips of these girls that repeatedly have Leon turn like I think it was a valve or something, and then it was just him panting, right? So he's making that that kind of noise, and they thought it was hot. And that's something you can do. That's something you produce. So every time you're like gasping for air, just imagine the amount of money or the opportunity you're wasting.
I have to check this thing. Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Resident
Requiem.
Evil. Requiem.
I mean, to be fair, isn't it about time?
God dang.
Because all the previous Resident Evil, there was that big lady with the, I don't know, I forgot which game that was, but it was this big lady.
Isn't it Village? No.
Yeah,
I think so, yeah. And then
Ethan
and
Winters.
then all the guys were thirsting over them. So I feel like it's about time that the girls kind of get their own version,
Yeah, like Lady Damascus or Demand.
Yeah, that one's
I'm gonna
Dimitri
get
or
so much hate for this. Yeah.
I haven't even played it, dude.
How dare you slander our lady?
I agree.
It's the vampire lady, right? Like she is.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I remember gameplays where people are literally modding in like a fly swatter and then would chase the lady and try to like smack their booty cheeks. It was
Yeah, that's what I saw as well.
Damn, people be down bad.
But, okay,
yeah, I mean, they gotta do what they gotta do. I feel like now it's just the ladies' turn, Like I feel like now the girls got their golden opportunity with Theon.
Yeah,
that's how I feel as well. Like that, this is like the recent kind of Gamergate-esque debacle that there are a lot of men that are kind of like criticizing how women, like female gamers, are kind of just they're throwing themselves.
What is Gamergate again? I keep hearing about it, but what is it again?
I'm not too sure, but it was the whole thing about wokeism and then like all the gay and female protagonists or whatever in video games and stuff. But it's the anti-woke movement, I guess. Like it's the whole idea that you know how like video games in the 2010s or even like in the 2000s, right? Like most of these games are white centric for obvious reasons. Because that's how entertainment was back in the day. And if you look at the Resident Evil series, like most of the protagonists are white. Most of the heroes, like in the Witcher series, and if you look at Mass Effect, all of these major franchises, all white men, right? and then Gamergate was supposedly like an overreaction to people that want diversity in these games, and then they're just like, stop making games gay, right? Like it's that. But now like there's a short revival of that because Leon is so sexy, and a lot of guys are like being salty. They came out, they're saying that, oh,
Hey man,
you have an
Oh,
issue with
really?
me. Yeah.
Wait, so guys are salty because they're not hot or they didn't work out?
No.
Like women are
A
attracted
lot
to
a
hot
lot of
guys who work out?
Yeah,
What?
no, a lot of guys are salty over female streamers openly, openly thirsting after
Thirsting over.
sexy Leon.
Oh my god, for real?
what?
Seriously?
And then they were mad because these are the same female gamers. Maybe some of them did, say
They just
something.
mad because the girls aren't thirsting about them. That's all.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
There
I
is
mean, I don't
definitely
want to be
about it.
rude, but like, it's like that lady, the Miscus, right? I mean, bruh, she's isn't that the same thing? She was like tall, big boobs, big butts. It's like that's no different than like sexy Leon with abs
I
and
think
like
Yeah, there is
biceps.
no different, but
no. I think you're
the
missing the
fucking
point.
gamers are just angry
No.
that it's not
I
them.
think you're missing the point. I
Okay.
think the point is that when like let's say this Twitch gamer girl, she could, as I understand their gripe, she could have said, "Oh my God, this big lady from Resident Evil is so sexist. How dare you?" And then in 1 or 2 years they do the same thing, but like just with a male character. I think people are not happy that you ruined their first thing, but then you go ahead and do the same thing.
It's a
Like
double
I
standard,
see that.
right?
hypocritical.
It's like
Hypocriticism.
hypocrisy. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I see.
But still, it's like just because they do it first doesn't make it better, you know?
My personal
I don't
opinion
get
is
it.
that.
What did they do first?
Sorry?
I don't
Like
get it.
whining
What?
about it, bitching about it, sexualizing it, and then making a scene. I don't know. Maybe I'm just
No, because I don't mind girls thirsting over it, but I think it's bad if they were shaming people for the same thing before, and now they're doing the same thing. I think it's messed up. You have to at least admit that maybe your views on this change or something, because otherwise it's just. I
Man,
view
this is
it
the old
negatively.
yeah, it's just hypocrisy.
Because,
I get you.
yeah,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
there is still that shaming of, how, not necessarily shaming, but you know how girls would look
Why
at.
the hell do we have to shame anyway? Like, what's the point?
Well,
I don't
because
get
they
it.
just felt really cringed by, like some guy who is like a massive weeb who just has these
So what?
sexual anime girls.
Let people do their hobbies.
Precisely.
I don't know.
right?
Maybe I'm getting riled up here for no reason. But like, I don't get it. You know, like just let people do their shit. If it's not bothering you, if there's no negative impact in the world, then live and fucking let live, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just too.
But they usually shame because it's bothering them.
Well,
How?
And
the fact that they know it exists in the world.
Then look away, right?
Because
but it doesn't disappear because of that.
It's at some point, it's like the way female versus male, like how we approach sexuality, like these sexy things are different. For men, sometimes it's a lot more visceral. So when they see like clips like, oh, a guy who is just looking down, how near Automata 2B, you know how like the developers put in a feature where if your character is climbing the ladder, and then you try to peek under the skirt to look at 2B's underwear, there would be a little animation where she tries to cover herself. And then this whole thing that kind of signifies that, oh, there is that very obvious objectification and sexualizing of the male, of the female character. And that came, like, that would rub these female gamers the wrong way. Whereas they feel like the natural ruggedness of Leon, they're thirsting after something perfectly natural that they feel, right? Because Leon isn't, dancing around with shirtless or anything. He's just exerting strength. Like he's doing manly stuff, right? Whereas there a lot of these games like Stellar Blade,
like breathing heavily.
No, but you know, I kind of get their point,
No,
right?
I get it. And I was just thinking, like, if they wanna hear more of that, they could just go to the gym. Lots of grunting and heavy breathing there.
Some of them do. I actually don't understand like the mentality of okay, okay, this is maybe a hot take. I am really annoyed by people filming themselves in the gym. Women or men, I don't care. Like just why? Do you actually go home and watch yourself?
I thought it's for content.
I think it's more they upload it.
They're blogging. They're
No,
trying to
I
blog.
have seen a lot of people just filming for themselves. Like, you know, because I could see the interface, right? Like if they're
Yeah, but how do
vlogging,
you know they're filming for themselves though?
because it was just the standard default iPhone camera app. Whereas if you're
But
streaming,
they can
it's
reuse those
Yeah, they
videos
can
then.
edit it. They can upload it to the computer,
oh, I
edit
guess
it,
so.
and then upload it to their.
So you mean
I don't know. Maybe they can make snippets out of it and upload it to TikTok.
I have an idea
YouTube.
why they could do it theoretically. For the same reason why gyms have a lot of mirrors, you might want to, see what's wrong or not wrong with your technique.
Yeah, position. Yeah. Form. Your form. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Agreed.
think so.
I don't know, wouldn't it be better to just have someone who's like a professional to check you?
You maybe don't.
I,
Maybe you're socially awkward for that, or maybe you just don't want to.
I think it's wrong when you, well, not wrong, but I wouldn't do anything about it, but I would feel a bit weird if some girl or guy was making a first video in the gym. If they're like if they have a blog where they're I don't know, a trainer and they're showing exercise, then that's perfectly fine for me, especially if they're respectful, right?
Yeah.
Not like some of the videos where a blogger comes up and they need to make a shot or something and they're like annoyed that there are other people in the gym. That's messed up.
Yeah.
But yeah, first videos are, I think it's a bit cringe to film them
I
in
mean,
the
as
gym.
someone who don't go to the gym regularly, if not at all, I'd be self-conscious if I do decide go to the gym. And like, I mean, again, I won't know if my posture's right or whatever. And if someone's recording and I happen to be in that frame and I'm getting roasted online without my knowledge of someone going, "Wow, look at that guy. He doesn't know how to gym."
Yeah,
You know what I'm afraid of in the gym?
Yeah.
Wait, sorry.
Do you know what I'm afraid of in the gym?
What is it?
I'm afraid to be caught staring at someone's ass or something like that.
Dude.
Because everyone's wearing tight yoga shorts and stuff like that, and sometimes sometimes your eyes land by like you see something bright with your side vision and your eyes switch and it's like, oh my god, someone's ass, and you look away and and you look away and it's a mirror and it's the same ass there. I'm like, oh shit. sometimes
There's no safe
especially
place.
there are areas in the gym where, for example, now I try to do more self-weight exercise like pull-ups and stuff like that, and that area is more popular among girls, and sometimes it's really hard to like look somewhere and not to, like, you have to really carefully pick where you're looking.
Yeah, I know
A
what
lot
you
of the
mean. That's
times
why I just look at my
I
phone.
just look that's why sometimes I just kind of look closer to the ceiling.
For me, I just look at my phone. Like I just start reading whatever I was reading.
Yeah.
The people like Dan, who's already in like a committed relationship, like going to the gym, if the idea of the male gaze could really upset some of the other females there, wouldn't it make sense for you to just like dress really gay, like really tight, really tight pants, and then just be overall
Pink
like
shirt.
really
I
flamboyant?
love daddy.
Like look at the girls. Oh, hey girl, slay. Like just pretend.
No, dude, you wouldn't talk to them, would you? That's
But just behave like that, right? And then immediately it eases the tension.
Yeah, but why do you have to be
Yeah.
not who you are and walk on eggshells?
I don't know. It's because I've seen like a lot
I don't
of
think
these
that's okay. Like I don't
I
think
think
that's
I think I'm lucky enough that here it's not a problem. I mean, unless you like stare very intensely.
Yeah.
I think if you land your eyes for a second, then nobody is going to say anything because
I mean,
it happens. It doesn't even happen because I consciously made a decision to stare at something. It's just eyes, they jump around on different things not by themselves.
yeah.
Because there were these
Same.
TikTok shorts where there was this guy who was it's just a a normal guy asking for directions. And the first time he asked the group of girls, there was like two girls that was off camera. They were just very dismissive and very cold. Just like, oh, they were very like kind of like,
Oh, I seen this one.
right? And then
Yeah, I think I
immediately
did as well.
he changed his tone to sound like a gay man, and then like suddenly they're so friendly. They were so helpful, and I kind of feel bad for him.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, but I don't think you should go out of your way or like change your behavior or like feel like you have to walk on eggshells.
Of course,
Just to
but it's just the idea that there's such a difference in attitude, right? Like the moment they realize that you're not a threat, they're just so they're so friendly.
Feel about it.
Yeah. How can we make men not be threats for women?
If we lived in a world where men possess,
we genetically modify women so they are as strong as men. Problem solved.
That's by snoo.
Then men will get threatened.
I think
everyone will be threatened.
Issue, to be honest.
I know you give everyone a gun. We live a lot
in the gym,
every time you have to carry it all
Everybody
the time.
Be open carrying.
Yeah, like cowboys.
But not with pistols, but like with full on AR, like assault rifles and SMGs.
All right. No, it has to be the same gun, so everyone it's fair.
Exactly, but not with pistols, because pistols you can hide, right? But you want them to be visible, like you want them fully strapped, like M4s or AKs, whatever the fuck, like just sling across your chest.
Yeah, with what do you call them? Drum magazines. Just in
Okay,
case, because you never know when the whole gym will turn on you.
Being fully strapped is okay, but like drum magazines, that's just crossing the line.
I'm glad we have boundaries.
Yes, that's just too much.
But yeah, if seriously, I get it. Like, I get it why some like a few bad men spoil the whole thing for all of us.
Yeah.
I'm of the opinion that I think it's fine if we sell video games with really hot female characters and you sexualize them, but just just be okay when they do it with men, like male characters. Like what
I agree.
This all stemmed back to the Renaissance days when we as a species thought it was a good idea to use sex to sell things, right? Like just be okay with it. It's Renaissance, right? Like it's classy.
I think it's like I said. I think it's a societal issue where sex or talking about it is just considered taboo. I don't think people will make a big deal out of it if it's not been made a big deal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's just thought to be just a natural part of life that everybody has desires, and sometimes this is what you do when you love somebody very much or when you have your desires, right?
I think
as long as it's like not.
Oh, sorry.
Not consensual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
or like extreme.
But like another part of another, I think another aspect of why a lot of women would have this image of men being like creepy when it comes to like this sexualization of women, objectifying them, is because we did grow up on an era where we had a lot of these films about AI, right? Like we had films about Ex Machina. How when we create these bots, these robots, it always defaults to women. The sex dolls, and then there are these sex robots that you can buy in China. They're all modeled after a very specific like a male fantasy for women. And I think
I have another point to make as well.
Yep.
It's also that fuck, I just forgot. It's literally slipped my mind.
No, I would assume. I mean, sorry again. I feel like I didn't introduce myself too great. I'm Kevin. I'm 26. I live in Switzerland. I'm jobless at the moment.
And he has 2 sex
Working in
dogs.
April. Sorry, anyways, but I thought it'd be because of the war, no? Like, man go to war, woman in kitchen.
But okay, that's just traditional gender roles. But in times of war, sometimes it is known that sexual assault or sexual violence is used as a weapon to traumatize or to erode the fighting spirit of the other side, of the enemy, as unfortunate as it is.
I mean,
That is fair.
People be messed up.
as a POW, as a man, you also get raped by the
You do.
enemies.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so
It's not just women; it's men as well.
But I guess the good thing is, as a man, like the worst thing you can get is an STD. You don't get pregnant. If
I mean, you have anal ruptures, you have mental trauma. You, depending on what they force upon you, because it's also been known that if a family is captured, then fathers have to do stuff to their kids,
oh yeah,
regardless of gender.
This
Yeah.
what do they call it? Is it Dionysian? There's a terminology for it. It's Oedipus, like this kind of fantasy. It's so messed up. Like we've seen that happen in where was it? I think it was in Gaza. Was where I first heard of it. I don't know about Ukraine. I think in Ukraine it was just a standard assault. They didn't they didn't force them to do anything that's weird. The
Doesn't make it any better though.
It does not. But the worst is during the Nanking massacre. That was when the Imperial Japanese they made men have their way with their own children, sons with their mothers. It's so messed up. But hopefully, I don't know, like in times of war, like none of us follow the Geneva Convention, or do we? Because I think the Russians eventually did use what do you call it? Phosphate? You know, those rounds that are like
Phosphate,
setting the fire, setting the sky on fire. It's insane. It's just constantly burning.
It's white phosphate.
Yeah. Fucking hell,
White phosphate.
like what's stopping
I think it's
that?
also known as Willy Pete or something like that. Could be.
Yeah,
Maybe
because
I'm wrong.
apparently it's used for inflicting like maximum damage to this civilian population. But I feel like
It is.
it may be abused again. And now I don't know. Like we're in times of war, and then nowadays, like the sort of gender tension is really happening, like especially in places like South Korea, in China, right? If you think about it, like in China, there is such it's a crazy culture where there just isn't enough women. You have that demographic crisis, whereas in South Korea, there's that Gen Z divide that's also happening in the States. I don't know. Why do you think that's happening? Was that the case with us? Like, do you think us millennials, like growing up, did we have that? You know how like our political views, our views on, I think we were all mostly very liberal, right? Like we didn't.
I don't know, but I remember what I
Yeah.
wanted to say. I think a really big issue is also that most people don't know how to handle rejection. Like they people kind of flip out a lot. Like especially guys when women reject them, like they start doing like crazy shit. Jamie, didn't you have like a story about this?
Me?
Yeah, I remember when I told you like, oh, I asked the girl for her number, but then she said she has a boyfriend, and I was like, yeah, no, then it's okay. And then you were like, oh, but some people like they start to turn to stalking. They start to say, oh, you're a bitch, you're ugly,
that is,
you know.
Yeah.
some guys do, I would say,
Yeah.
rejection very wildly.
Yeah, and that's also I think one of the issues where it just it's like taking a punch. Take it on the chin and walk away, you know.
But this also applies to women. Have you guys seen Baby Reindeer? It's literally
No, what the
a
fuck is
story
that?
about a woman who ended up being like a stalker, and the tenacity, like if you watch that, it's a surreal show. It's on Netflix. It's really good. I highly recommend it. But
why are we normalizing or even?
no, we're just talking about it. But I'm saying that
No. I mean, in general, I noticed there is a trend to like normalize evil, like her and like stalkery shows and Dexter. It's like we're trying to hype it up. We're trying to make it look like it's okay, like lots of dark fantasy and dark heroes, anti-heroes. I mean, there is the cool aspect, like, oh, I get to get my revenge on society and stuff like that. I get it. Not everybody wants to be like a goody two shoes, but on the other hand, there is an impact on this on the people. And some people, like, they make their character, like, for example, like the Joker, right? Personally, as a character, okay, cool, but you know, as a normal self-critical guy, I would say, or at least I consider myself, I would say, okay, this, I understand this is just a character. This is a commentary on on maybe some social issues that we are facing, but that's it, right? There's that clear border between this is just a character and this is reality. But some people start to identify themselves as the characters, saying like, oh my god, that's literally me. And
But then,
I think the issue comes when people are unable to have that border between reality and the fantasy.
but would you say that's based on how one is raised? Maybe like they weren't taught like self-criticizing, or like they weren't taught like the difference between what's good and bad.
Yeah, but if you want to say how you're raised, then a lot of our behavioral issues or reactions are also based on the childhood trauma that we received, and like our attachment wounds that we receive as we were younger. So it's a really, really how you say, complex topic as well.
Yeah,
it's
situation as well.
Not so easy as just, oh, that's just how we were raised. I mean, yes, but no.
it's multifaceted.
No, definitely. Like, there's a lot of factors into it.
There was also this link between was it the NPC syndrome with the COVID generation, where
What's that?
the NPC
Where you
syndrome,
feel like you're the main character and everybody else are just NPCs.
Yeah, it's the opposite of sonder. You know the word sonder, the realization that other people around you are experiencing a life as rich as yours, like as real as you have. Whereas the people that have been disassociated through isolation, such as the COVID pandemic, can develop this tendency, to treat others like there's just an NPC in GTA, and that correlates with the main character syndrome. But yeah, it reminds me.
You know that animals,
like who
that
the
animals
hell you
that
thinking?
were able to speak. Well, basically, it's only not monkeys. What's the right term? Not chimps. Like this whole family.
Primates.
Primates. Yes. Whenever we teach them, for example, sign language, we can talk to them. We can ask them stuff, and they can ask us to for some stuff as well. But they never ask questions like, "Oh, what did you dream about?" Or because they apparently animals do not understand that other beings are also like them, that they can inquire information from them, or and it's interesting for me that there are people that are like that.
Regressing, we're going back on evolution.
Yeah, basically.
Or I think it's how do I say it? The inability to mature as well. I think because you still have this very infantile way of thinking, isn't it? Like you think, like as a kid, for example, an adolescent kid, they don't understand object permanence, and they don't understand that the world does not revolve around them. Like they cry when they see their mother's upset because they think, oh, mom is angry, that means I did something wrong. Like everything is being related back to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One could say it's like simplified, their thinking.
No, it's just that they don't understand. Their brains are not nuanced enough to understand that other people can have different emotions, and it doesn't have to be because of me.
Look,
Or just object permanence. Like they don't understand that just because something is not in their field of vision, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. For example, good example is my goddaughter. Like she cries whenever the mother is not around because she thinks mother abandoned her. She doesn't understand that mother will return as soon as she's done with whatever she has to do. So she cries and cries, like really cry for her mother, because she, in her mind, when mother is not visible, mother abandoned me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No.
But how
I am
little is she?
abandoned. Just 2 years old.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess that
adorable.
makes sense.
Yeah. But that's the thing as well, right? I feel like there is also for people who are like this, I feel like they also did not cross through this threshold of understanding the world does not revolve around them.
Yeah, I think we had that brief chat about Helldivers. Apparently that only Kevin recalls. It still astonishes me that you don't remember this. But Dan, Benny and I and Kevin, we talked about there was a drama in the Helldivers video game community where a guy, wanted to
Oh,
point
he lost his
out.
job thing?
Yeah. He wanted to point out the
Now I
balancing,
recall.
yeah, the balancing issues of the video game. So he decided that, oh, I'm gonna do a charity challenge where I challenge the developers to use these weapons and loadouts to complete a mission. And if they do complete that challenge, I will donate $1,000 to a charity of your choosing. Which is like it's a nice thing to do, right? Like it's a donation for
Yeah.
charity. It's something the developers have done before as well. And so they just wanted to point out that there's some problems with the games. But in doing so, like he filmed himself, and it was unfortunate that he revealed just enough information to be doxxed by some of the more passionate members of of the community, that eventually there was so much harassment, there was death threats to his wife, that eventually like he lost his job, and he also got banned from the horse sanctuary that he volunteers at. So much so that
Wow.
he had to make a statement and eventually quit the Helldivers community. And so this sparked a
Wow.
conversation with us about the maturity of people and how we have devolved into this world where it's so easy for I don't know how young or old these people are, but they become victimized. They feel like they are the victim and they lash out, right? And then there's that suspension of common courtesy, or a suspension of, because I genuinely believe that they know this is too much, right? But they're just hurt and they're just emotional. And
Yeah.
this
Just crazy.
it's crazy that
Emotions don't care
But
about
you know
that.
what? It makes me think that it's going to be a weird take on this, but
Hot take, let's do it. We're all about that.
you know how when the society is not that big, let's say it's your village or your school or classmates or something. I remember when I was a child, I never heard of stories of these crazy actions, because everyone kind of understood what is a common normal person.
Mhm.
And if you were behaving weirdly, the society would reject you. They would basically bully you in a way.
Yeah.
And they
Bring
would
back bullying, it's what
discuss
you're
you.
saying.
And in a way, I feel like it must have been. It must be a part of how our societies existed before, like to keep everyone in check. Because today and it's a noble cause. It's a noble idea. I think we should. I'm not saying get back to where we were before and like bring back bullying, but at the same time, when when anything anyone does, we cannot just say that, oh, it's just who he is. He's just a special person. Like we're all special people, and we all are different. When that guy is, crazy and doxing other people and
Ruining
stuff like that.
someone's life.
Yeah, it's not.
We're making too much excuses
you
for.
know, yeah, it's different, but doesn't make it okay. Like, I feel like we need to find a new solution to this.
Or like
And
there's a boundary.
Yeah, and it gets worse because of how global today the world
Yeah.
is. He could be somewhere like far away, nobody can find him, and he can say whatever he wants and do whatever he wants because there's no consequences. When I was a child, if somebody older than me saw I was doing some shit, I could get beaten up for that.
Yeah, you get your ass
and that would stop. Like people, it's a bad solution because you're basically not
Resorting to
fixing
violence.
somebody's problem. You're just making them afraid to show it.
The fear
But they're still broken.
Fear works though. Like that's the thing.
So you're saying we should be people again.
We should.
I'm saying it's I feel like it's a very economical solution. Like in the military, it's all about efficiency. You're just a part of the mechanism. You all live in the same thing.
Military and efficiency done always makes
but it is like that. I mean,
they try to. Okay, to give it to you, they try to, right? They try to, but it's not always.
When you're given a command, it's not like you can debate or there's a democratic process about it. It's your command. You have to do it. If you don't, there are like very bad consequences for you.
Yeah.
You sleep in one giant room on bunk beds. It's all about like of course, I get what you mean. Government efficiency is another topic, but the setup itself, it's all about you're just like you're a part of this whole machine. I've been explaining this for so long that I forgot where I'm going with it. Oh, yeah, and you could say in the military, in a way, you're bullied into being like all in one line.
Yeah,
because you're not allowed to act differently.
Yeah,
and it's a cheap solution, but it's bad because nobody wants to live their whole life like they're living in the military.
Like on the both extremes, you could think of this as like a post-shame world if you look at the United States as it is now versus living in a society in Japan where everything you do in public, you could be shamed for not keeping your children in check. You would be shamed.
Shameful display.
Yeah, if you would be shamed if you do something you do something just outrageous, something that's just so absurd, right? Like these people would face very severe social consequences, so much so that people are really stressed out. But it does give you a nice, so you can have nice things, right? You give up on a few things, and you can have nice things, which is why like it's such a big problem when you have you have Chinese tourists who are usually from maybe rural areas.
when you shame them, they're like, "What the fuck are you doing? I don't fucking care."
Exactly, because there have been news where it's not just Chinese tourists, by the way. There were like
the American
Western
ones,
tourists.
Isn't there that American guy
took a crap in the middle of the store, right? Like they do these
a
things.
lot of foreigners.
Yeah.
Damn foreigners ruling in Japan.
Know, right? Damn foreigners.
But yeah, like the social contract starts to break down in Japan because they say that look at these foreigners that constantly come to our country and they do the wildest shit. Like they literally took a shit.
They've shown to me that I don't have to feel ashamed for everything.
Exactly.
I'm liberated.
Precisely. And we do kind of live in this post-shame world where you can't really bring back bullying. It's just not possible. It's a different world now. We're all so connected. And when you grow up in a country where you see the White House literally shares an AI synthesized image of a woke liberal being destroyed, and it's an AI modified picture of a black woman crying whilst being arrested, right?
That's crazy.
And they straight up, this is fraud, right? They did that, and when being called out, they literally responded on X, on Twitter, saying, "Let the memes continue." The White House does this. So this is a
Yeah.
post-shame world, and it seems like this is one of the biggest experimentation that we've had. Like if we let everybody have a voice, it seems to us that it's the bad ideas that win out. You look at a post-shame world that we live in, it seems to me that drastic ideas like the ones from Donald Trump wins. You know, the most outrageous things tend to get the most, you know, attention. Did you guys see
Yeah.
the Reddit mod incident?
No, but
I did not.
just you saying Reddit mod is already making me cringe. But yeah,
This guy looks exactly like what you imagine a Reddit mod looks like. I'm gonna send the picture into the group chat. Have a
let me
look.
guess: neckbeard, fedora tipping.
No, not exactly, but
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Okay, wow, yeah,
So-
right.
so let me so to illustrate the example as an example of what I just said. This
Come
Reddit
over.
mod manages like I think it's Twitch fail or something. So it is a really big Reddit community. There's a lot of people in there, but he came close to came close to doing some things that are akin to like scamming people about like how he wants to start a new show. He wants to sign like contractual deals with Twitch to get more views and stuff like that. But all that is noise. In his video, he pointed out, like, he went viral because he pointed out how he believes that, you know, Reddit mods should be treated like celebrities. His words, not mine. That he should have because he claims that, you know, they're doing it for the goodness of the community, that they're doing it for free. He says he's a programmer with a very good job, so he doesn't need to do this.
And don't.
And yeah, and then
But
it's like,
the reason why they do it is because they get an inkling of power.
yeah, they want power, right? And these
Yeah.
people that would have otherwise been bullied. This is a terrible thing to say, but I'm telling you, like, if, yeah, I could,
Jamie,
I could
canceled.
see.
We're canceled. Sorry, Kevin, your name's gonna get dragged through the mud.
Yeah.
That's why Regina never comes back anymore. She's like, no.
But yeah, look at that. Like, so he's been made fun of. Like, he's been dragged through the mud. Still, he's still vibrant. He's still there. He still manages the. I don't know if he's still active on that mod, but it seems to me that we live in this world of no shame and the loudest voice wins, and that reinforces our kids to behave in that way because that's how they could survive, right? It's not being nice and being reflective or being empathetic. No, it's creating the best content. It's getting views, you know, it's getting that power. So that's I don't know. It's taking it in such a dark turn. But we have war going
Yeah.
on, and then we have this society where I just don't feel like who would want to bring a kid into this world.
No, plenty of
No,
people.
for real. Oh, it's
I
like good
still
start
want
to
to have a kid.
2026.
Oh my. I don't know. Like the birth rate in Taiwan is dropping, though I don't know. I still feel like there's just far too many babies. But
Not really.
like why though? Like you could be so much better off being a dink, right?
Without a
Dual income.
baby?
Dink is like a dual income, no
kids,
child,
yeah.
no kids.
No.
Ah, Dink. I didn't hear this. I didn't hear this.
But
I
yeah,
think I
Isn't
heard
that-
about it
Isn't
like
that dick?
years ago.
Dual income? No. Oh, I think. Sorry.
yeah,
yes.
dual income, no kids, and I'm just
You're thinking about dick, you dirty
Oh,
man.
God damn. God, it's not like that. Guys. It's
Called
not like
out,
that.
called out.
God damn it, man. You make me sound gay. I swear to God.
Hey, it's okay to be gay, man. We're all a little.
that is-
It's a
Hey, what's wrong with
spectrum,
being
okay? It's a
gay?
spectrum.
Nothing's wrong.
Nothing wrong with being gay, Kevin. Jesus
Like I
Christ.
feel like everything I say,
I'll
he
bully
somehow
you
made
in.
it sound like God damn it.
Why are you so defensive, Kevin? You have something. You have a problem again?
No, I have no problems, dude. Lift the gay people, lift them out.
Yeah,
So
perfect.
how do you breeders feel about, you know, having a kid in today's world?
Breeders.
Yeah.
Breeders, what the fuck?
That's what you are. I am.
Is that what your
It sounds
community
so
like?
alpha
No.
man thing.
Yeah, you
breeder.
speaking of which, you know, there's a recently, you know, Cavicular, there's like a whole internet personality about like looks maxing, being hot, and it just
Yeah.
inadvertently, like they're so masculine that inadvertently they come off really gay. So like they would say things like, "Oh, women are not naturally more beautiful than men because when you see a man that is all natural, whereas a woman it's all makeup and like some very weird mental jousting, right?" But these are the most
Yeah.
homophobic
I
people,
mean,
and
to
they
be
end
fair
up
though,
saying
if
this.
you see a guy taking a hammer to his head, do you think he's all there?
Mm.
God damn.
He does that to his jaw, no, like to widen his jawline.
No clue,
What
man.
the fuck?
But anyway, like they're speaking of like alpha, there now there are alpha camps.
Wait. If we make fun of them, are we making fun of the mentally challenged?
I don't think
Is
he's
that,
mentally
I feel
challenged.
like
Wait
it's
a
a very
minute,
thin
wait.
line.
Oh boy, we're
I don't think so.
We're making fun of looks maxers.
but there is
Yeah.
a no. I'm about to make fun of
Not
the
even.
alpha male community.
Hmm.
There is a alpha male camp that's men only, and it's a camp based in Indonesia, and I
What?
think it's mostly for Australian men. You go to
What?
a camp you go to like a super nice like mansion, but it's a lot of men in there, like 14 to 27, I think. And you sign up for this course, and then you hang out with these men, you start a bonfire, you have classes about confidence and stuff. So alpha male type of
That
courses
sounds
like
nice though. That sounds like dudes hanging out, trying to be better. Like,
Wait, my
trying to
question is,
learn
how much they
skills.
paying for this?
oh, it's very expensive. I'm not sure how much.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
that's
it's
now it's not
super
as nice
expensive.
anymore.
I
Yeah.
think they're trying to catch like all the the technology, the tech soy boys with money, right? Like that, the exact same business model as Andrew Tate with his what's it called? Some university.
The war room or something like that, I think.
Yeah, the same thing, right? Like they're all going after like these rich nerdy men that would be mistaken for gay. And then they're secretly really upset about it. They're very unhappy with how they look. They
Yeah, but I feel like that's the wrong approach though. You shouldn't be, I mean, like, you shouldn't be trying to put up a caricature. I mean, like, oh my god, it's so cringe, but it's true. You have to be yourself, and if people don't like you for who you are, then fuck them, you know.
You're wrong, B. It's 2026. You could buy personalities.
No,
Money buy.
that's not how it's supposed to be.
I feel like that's how it is nowadays. If you got money, you pay for it.
Yeah, but that's not true. I mean, like, why do you even want to hang out with somebody who doesn't care about your true interests?
Yeah, fair. But
clout.
he's cool.
Well, kids
Yeah,
don't hang
you
out
want to
anymore.
enjoy. Your time is precious. You
No,
want to
no, no, no,
enjoy
no.
hanging out with the
No,
people.
you have to understand this, Benny. Like kids don't hang out anymore. Like the other day, I was on Twitter, and I saw this
Kids these
just like a
days.
kids channel. There's an account, and it's just like an 11-year-old boy, and he's hanging out
Uh-huh.
with his buddy, right? Another guy, and then now like they're not hanging out. They use the specific word collab. And literally, it's
What?
it's just a selfie, and then everything is collab or X something, like, and they all have like these crazy online names. So yeah, it's all collaboration. It's FT, feat someone.
Featuring.
Yeah, featuring. Oh
Featuring,
my
yeah.
goodness. But I don't know.
Damn.
Man,
I do worry for the kids because we jump around like alpha male gender tension, and now we're a bunch of old men complaining that the kids are not all right.
oh man,
It's true. Like
oh, shit.
the
The
amount
kids are not all right. Yeah.
the amount of kids that are so AI addicted, right? Like I was recently invited to okay, these are not kids, these are university students, but to one of their 3D programs. And then they're just talking about production and talking about the history of games and stuff like in Taiwan. And I was just sitting there, and then everybody is like, because I sit behind the students, right? Like, and it's supposed to be a class about the basics of 3D, which is a lot of vector math, a lot of like calculation, matrices, like multiplying matrices. Every person has Claude or GPT or something opened up. Like you just see there's a persistent chatbot on them. and then
dictating them what to
they
do.
kind of function without it.
Yeah, and then I spoke to some of the lecturers, and then because the one that I met with, like she's teaching graphics, and then they're all saying they're suffering because everything they're getting like all the homeworks done with AI, and then they themselves are using AI to correct the papers because they're so busy with like admin work and connection with the parents and stuff. And that like I cannot imagine like how this like I already thought like we went to a university that's not very, how should I put this? It's not very academically intense, right? We went to like a
Yeah.
very easy school. But even
It was
then,
pretty.
we did have to write our own papers. We did have to, except for some of the Russians, they paid me to do it. But we did have to write our own
Hey,
papers.
that's not true, Dirt.
We did have to write our own
Wait a minute.
things. We did our own research. We had to have our own like footnotes and stuff. But none of the kids nowadays have to do it. Why would you do that when the school itself is also pushing for AI? Right? Like just have GPT do it. Just have Claude do it for you.
Well, I guess we should change our school and accept that AI is going to be
Thing.
a thing, and
Yeah.
maybe the assignments should change. The assignments should be all about creating something on
Yeah.
your own, and you can use AI, but you will compete with other people who are using AI. So yeah, sure, you can do much more with it, but so is everyone else.
Yeah.
You,
I mean, like, if you
So
can't
you
fight
think-
it, then you should try to integrate it, right?
yeah.
Do you guys think like really mean high school girls are, like asking GPT about like ideas on how to bully someone?
But
I
you know
think-
what?
Honestly, I think it's not like that. I think it's way worse. I think they would more like do deep fakes of
Yeah.
videos or pictures of their targets.
But it's
like
so-
it's gonna be a lot worse. Like more.
You know what? I want to follow up my words about accepting AI. On the other hand, I think maybe schools or universities should have like a period of time where you cannot use the AI. You cannot like you're limited technology wise in the sense of looking for information or learning.
Mhm.
I think it's best that I don't know. For example, if it's programming, I think it's best if people actually learn how to like write code with minimal help from the computer. I'm not saying they have to do it through in a notepad like they did like when I was born, but also not just like writing a prompt and getting code. They should understand what's going on, so they can be like a manager for the
More
AI tool.
independent.
But how?
Yeah, so they actually know what's going on, what's
Yeah.
been written.
It's so difficult to do that when, you know, Microsoft, if you have Windows, you just have Copilot built in. If you ever end up like working for a company, they'll most likely already have a Claude coding. And
Yeah.
And you know, to be honestly, you may not even end up in that company in the first place because it's just going to be agentic AI, plus a senior, somebody with experience managing that. Then the companies will start to realize that in 2 decades, 3 decades, that oh, we have gutted the entry level. Suddenly, we don't have any more senior programmers.
Yeah.
And then so you have no
I
seniors.
think they're already understanding that.
Right, like so it's a race to the bottom. Like we're working ourselves out of a job eventually.
Self-cannibalizing at its finest, right?
Oh, it's so
All
But
in the
aren't
name of profit and shareholder value.
Yeah, but aren't also companies trying to get rid of workers?
yeah, because it makes the investors wet. The moment you could just say, "Oh, we can cut workforce by X%." Oh, it's the hottest thing to say to them. I guarantee you, that's what they tell their wives to whisper to them when they have sex.
I've fired someone.
Your stock value is astronomical.
Can you imagine? Oh man. All right. I guess we have been chatting for an hour, so I think we will conclude
Is it already?
here. Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
Ooh.
But yeah, I think we can distribute the gloom and doom to future episodes. So expect us to return for more rants. Any concluding thoughts that you guys have?
Life have its ups and downs. You gotta know that you are gonna be okay as long as you don't give up.
Amen. It's like what goes down gotta go up. Like how
Not always.
2026 is bad, maybe 2027 is better.
I like your optimism, but that's not reality. You can
Nah,
go
you
down,
never know, man.
and you always realize you can go further lower.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
Yeah, there were
down.
like the Dark Ages in
Yeah.
Europe for hundreds of years of Dark Ages. It's always possible.
God damn it, guys.
Yeah, hopefully it's
And
not
on
the
this
case.
nice note, thank you for listening to us.
Yeah.
Also,
and if
thank you for
actually
letting me
tuning
join.
in, yeah,
Yeah,
all good, Kev.
stay
It was our
tuned.
pleasure.
Stay tuned.
Also, my bad for the bad intro. Sorry.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
It'll be chill.
I
I,
think the
I
intro was
hope
perfectly
Kevin will
fine.
be a returning character, a returning guest. He's a Switzerland specialist for us. But yeah,
Work in progress. But
progress.
thank you.
Yeah, that would be all for today's episode. You could check us out on Spotify as well. If you'd like to support us on Patreon, feel free to do so. We might have an Only Dance page opening up. It's a new business venture. We'll talk about it. But yeah, otherwise, goodbye.
Have a good one. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
See you.